Hello students, today we are going to study a new topic. You are very familiar to that things. Okay, let's start. Now I am showing you first chart of some positive examples. This is a chart first of positive example. All of you observe that and think about the properties. Can you read some positive examples?
Yes, ma'am. They have luster, they are malleable, they are ductile, they are solids.
Yes, very good. And now I am showing some negative examples also. Can you read?
They are non-lustrous, non-malleable, non-ductile. They are either in solid or gaseous state except bromine.
Very good. Now, for 2 minutes, all of you observe positive and negative examples and observe it carefully with the properties and think in your mind, and you can note down in your notebook also. Okay, all of you noted in your notebook all these properties. Now I am showing you chart second. All of you observe these both positive and negative examples and observe the concept in your mind. Think about the concept. Can you read positive examples?
They are good conductors of heat and electricity. Examples are iron, copper, gold and silver.
Very good. Can you read negative examples?
They do not conduct electricity except graphite. Examples are pencil, wooden spoon and plastic bottle.
Very good. Now all of you observe this chart for 2 minutes and think about the concept and also note down some similarities and some properties in your notebook. Now compare chart 1 and chart 2. Compare positive examples, compare negative examples and note down in your notebook. me what is the similarity in positive examples.
There are the examples of metals like iron, copper, gold and silver. They have luster, they are malleable and ductile. We can make ornaments and things from metals.
Yes, very good. All these examples are related to metals and non-metals. Okay. Now tell me the properties of metals and non-metals.
Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity, while non-metals do not conduct electricity.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Now, all of you aware about that, what topic we are going to study? We are going to study topic metals and non-metals. And in which we are going to study the properties of metals and non-metals. So, let's see first what are the metals. Metals are gold, platinum, copper, lead, tin, nickel. Some examples: silver, gold. And what are the non-metals? What are non-metals? Some non-metals are carbon, boron, phosphorus, sulfur, silicon, germanium, tellurium. Okay? These are some non-metals. And some examples. There is plastic bottle, wooden spoon. Okay. After that, now I am showing you the third chart of mixed examples. This is the third chart of mixed examples. All of you observe all these examples for 2 minutes, and after that tell me some answers of questions. Can you observe all properties and examples and note it down in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tell me, out of these, what are the properties of metals and non-metals?
Out of these examples, number 1, 3rd and 4th are the properties of metals.
Very good. Number 1, have a luster, malleable, and good conductor of heat and electricity are the properties of metals. And now tell me property of non-metal.
They are non-ductile.
Very good. This is the property of non-metal. Non-metals are non-ductile. And tell me some examples of metals and non-metals.
In this chart, the examples are copper is the example of metal, while wooden sheet is an example of non-metal.
Very good. From this chart, copper is the example of metal and wooden sheet is the example of non-metal. Now, tell me some more examples of metals and non-metals.
Metals are aluminium, magnesium, while non-metals are cloth, wood, plastic, etc.
Very good. Non-metals are wood, cloth, and metals are aluminium, gold, silver, iron, etc. Okay, now let's discuss about the properties of metals and non-metals. All of you know that metals are gold, platinum, copper, nickel, tin, etc. So these metals have some property. First property is metals are lustrous. Metal have luster. This means they are shiny. For example, gold, copper, silver, iron, etc. Metals have hardness and softness also. Metals are generally hard in nature. For example, iron, copper, gold, etc. Metals are sonorous. It means it makes sound when hit with an object. For example, bells, strings of guitar, etc. And metal have property ductility. Metals are ductile. That is, they can be drawn into thin wires. All of you seen these copper wires and these silver wires. Gold, copper, silver, iron. These metals are ductile. And metals also are a good conductor of heat and electricity. And metals are malleable also. Okay. After that, non-metals properties. Non-metals are bad conductors, or they do not conduct electricity, but carbon is an exception case. Carbon in the form of graphite is a non-metal which conduct electricity just like metal. So carbon is an exceptional non-metal. They conduct electricity. Luster. Non-metals are non-lustrous. Okay, but iodine is a non-metal which is lustrous, having a shining surface just like metal. So iodine is also exception for luster. Ductility. Non-metals are generally non-ductile. For example, silicon, boron. So non-metals are non-ductile. Non-metals are not malleable also, but they are brittle, means break easily. For example, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. And non-metals also non-lustrous, non-malleable, non-ductile, and they do not conduct electricity except graphite. So we have seen all the properties of metal and non-metal. But students, tell me some answers of question from chart first and chart 2, from chart 1 and chart 2. What were you thinking? From what were you thinking?
From the first chart, we observe only properties, that is luster, malleable, ductile and solid. And from the negative examples, they are non-lustrous and non-malleable.
Yes, very good. From first chart, you observe the properties of luster, malleability, ductility, and they are solid. After that, tell me How did you compare these both sets?
After observing first chart of properties and second set, there is an example of iron, copper, gold, silver, and they are good conductor of electricity. So we imagine a concept about metals because metals have luster and they are malleable also.
Yes, very good. All of you observe the examples of iron, copper, gold, silver, that is metal, and negative examples, that is pencil, wooden spoon, plastic bottle, etc. So, today we learned about metals, non-metals, examples, that is gold, platinum, copper, tin, lead, and nickel, and some examples of metals and some examples of non-metals, that is carbon, phosphorus, sulfur, boron, silicon, selenium, arsenic, etc. And after that we seen properties of metals and non-metals, that is they are luster, they are malleable, they are ductile, they are good conductor of heat and electricity, and non-metals properties are non-lustrous, non-malleable, non-ductile, and they do not conduct electricity. Okay, so that way today we learned the properties of metals and non-metals. Thank you.